puck. He'll sweep it towards his left, around the far corner, picked up by A.J. Tesserero. No one there. Here comes Dayton. Dayton now, pass out of the reach of Harrison. There's Wall, off of man Anthony, shot and buried! Scott Kozlak! It's Scott Kozlak with the first goal of the game. He pushes one past man Anthony on a rebound, and Kozlak coming in from the left will send in goal number 16 in his 18th game with Dayton, and it's a 1-0 Wrecking Crew lead with 9:20 to go in the first. Scott Kozlak scores the goal. 45 to go in the first, 1-0 Dayton. It's Scott Kozlak, goal number 16 on the year. Shots on goal, 6-4 Dayton. Dolman keeps it in for Dayton. Here's Vanwynsberghe and score! Robert Vanwynsberghe in the slot, just angles it away from the reach of man Anthony, and it bounces on home, and Dayton has taken a 2-0 lead with 7:34 to go in the first. As Kozlak, Vanwynsberghe rings the doorbell against the Danville Dashers in this first period. Dolman pushes away forward on a 1-on-2. Now here comes Lamrou. Dolman pushed down towards his wrist, and now he's got Cole Hutchinson in his grasp as that puck bounces off the linesman, Michael Dolman, and Cole Hutchinson tangle up in front of the Dashers bench. Now Hutchinson has his right hand on the back of the head of Michael Dolman, rips his helmet off as Dolman took exception to the Cole Hutchinson hit. And now Dolman pushed back by the linesman. Dolman, with his helmet off, heads towards his own sin bin, and the fans start to give him a round of applause. Dolman will flash his smile towards the linesman, and into the box 5 he goes for fighting. And joining them on the other side of the sin bin is Cole Hutchinson. The two scrap, and Hutchinson will send the box. 5:07 to go in the first period. Dayton leads 2-0. Into squeezed by Bellator. Stopped at the far point by Wall. Pushed up by Danville. Now we'll have a tussle. Shea Carey's got a dasher. That's Brad Denny. And Carey's giving him a couple right-handed hooks. Denny offers one back. Denny's helmet's off. Denny still lunging at Shea Carey. The two gentlemen are tangled up right now. Carey's going low. Denny's offering a couple chest bumps with his fist. The two gentlemen try to shake it off, and Shea Carey brought down towards his knees on the ice by Brad Denny. Great fight by Shea Carey as the Dayton forward and the Danville defenseman Brad Denny get into a tuffle as Danville trying to push it forward in their own zone. The two gentlemen start to exchange fists. Our second meeting of the fists between these two teams tonight, as Michael Dolman and Cole Hutchinson had a rough scrap in front of the bench as man Anthony continues to stretch, keep himself loose while the face-off far side neutral zone in front of Dayton's bench. 16:57 to go in the second, and Dayton has put up the first 4 shots on goal in this period, and those are brought to you by Stoner Holsters in Middletown, Ohio. Last 2 Dashers and turn it over as Justin Levac slows his roll. Here's Levac heading towards the slot for our face-off circle, looks around that shot, score! Justin Levac puts in the first Dasher goal of the game with 16:02 to go in the second. Levac scores his 12th, and the lead for Dayton is now 2-1. Nearly 4 minutes gone in the second. Justin Levac holding himself long time, picked his angle and zips it right past Joe St. Pierre. The shutout is over for the Dayton goalie. The Dashers get their first goal in the game and cut the lead in half. 2-1 Demolition, 16:02 to go in the second. Kozlak, it's Dayton's puck as Uhnak crosses with Kozlak. Uhnak taking it around the corner. McKenzie waiting at the far point, drags it towards his right, and score! Just as Danville put their first goal in the game up, it's Adam McKenzie at the far point, rotates his way towards the right, and snaps it past Matt Anthony. Anthony thought he had the glove save on it, but it trickles behind him. And how about that for your first Dayton Demolition goal? Adam McKenzie with his first goal in game number 9 with the Wrecking Crew. Dayton 3, Danville 1, 15:32 to go in the second. A 2-goal lead again for the Demolition as Corey Giroux stands in and wins against Chris Bellator of the Dashers. Here's 12 shots. Now here comes Shea Carey off the back of Brad Denny. Stouffer comes up with it. There's Brosnan, score! Danville has scored 2 goals in the far face-off circle tonight, and Justin Brosnan has the second Dasher answer. Brosnan buries one quickly for goal number 38 of the year. He has the second most amount of goals in the Federal Hockey League as the lead has been slashed back down to 1. 3-2 Demolition, 7:19 to go in the second. Corey Giroux feeds him off the point. Back for Uhnak. Uhnak towards the left. Open ice. It's the captain Marks. Far face-off circle. Marks takes it, shoots it, passes it for Uhnak. And there's Giroux! Score! Great action by Demolition as Marks, far face-off circle, finds Uhnak towards the right around the goal line. And Uhnak whiffs, and a lot of fans go, ooh, as Uhnak had a nice shot, but it finds its way in the near face-off circle for Corey Giroux, who had 7 points in that Northeastern trip last weekend with 3 goals, 4 assists. And Giroux will score his 5th with Dayton, his 12th on the year, and Dayton takes another 2-goal lead, 4-2, 5:03 and ticking down in the second. As Stouffer comes out of the center circle with the puck. Now Timer's got St. Pierre, flicks over towards his left, 1:25 to go on the third. Danville with a 6-on-5 extra attacker. And there's Martin Uhnak angling one, score! Martin Uhnak with the empty netter goal, pulls it towards the near boards and angles it. Looked like it might have curved over towards the right, but right dead center in the net. Martin Uhnak connects on the goal, and Dayton leads 5-2 with 1:18 to go in the third, and Matt Anthony has returned for Danville. Dayton. As Jay Kenny joins the ice, here's Brad Townsend. Timer on the north face of the circle, and Dayton wins it as we have a fight. Chris Affinati taking on Jay Kenny. Here we go, Affinati taking up with Kenny. Affinati coming off bounce to Jay Kenny, a couple on the back of the head of Affinati, and Jay Kenny staring him up strong. There's Affinati, left-hand hook, and down goes Chris Affinati. Jay Kenny takes care of him. Both gentlemen will have to head out off the ice. There's only 1:15 to go in regulation. Both gentlemen have to serve 5 minutes for fighting. Chris Avenatti versus Jay Kenny, and both gentlemen share a fist bump. Chris Avenatti. What can you say? If you follow the Danville Dashers, you know Avenatti likes to fight. You know how physical he is. And you know what type of passion he brings to the ice. And that one time he was the head coach of the Dashers. Favorite with Danville, poked away by Lamrou. 3 seconds left. The Danville Dashers in the neutral zone. That'll do it for tonight's contest. Your final score tonight: the Dayton Demolition 5 and the Danville Dashers 2. And depending on how the Berlin and Brewster games go, Dayton just might have leapfrogged into the playoff race as the number 4 seed in the FHL. Still a little bit of season to go, but right now with 7:13 to go in the third, Port Huron leads at Brewster 4-0, and Danbury leads at home against Berlin 5-0, as the Danville Dashers and the Dayton Demolition will meet up tomorrow. Same time, same place, but the Demolition takes center ice, sticks up in the air. These boys love these fans love these boys. Always how it's been here in Dayton as Patrick Harrison pumps his stick up in the air. And the Demolition about ready to make their way around the corners as we're about ready for the post-game interview with co-owner of GCSN, Doug Brown, and Joe Pace Sr.
We're down here with Coach Pace. Coach, good news from Berlin, they lost 4-0 to Danville tonight. Good luck tonight today.
I want to just say thanks to all those kids that came out today. It's Kids Weekend, and it's all about the kids.
Come on out tomorrow night. See Danville again.
We look forward to another game against Danville. The boys played great today. They deserve to win, and I couldn't be happier. Great game.
We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Come on out tomorrow night. Danville, right here.
As you heard, Coach Joe Pace Sr. said these boys played well. They sure did. They knock off the Danville Dashers 5-2. And the Premier Health postgame show up next here on the Dayton Demolition Broadcasting Network. Dayton a winner 5-2.